Hey everyone, it's your Drayson, Aerithester Joey, and today we're gonna finally be talking about a pretty overdue video. My thoughts on the FNAF 2 movie. I felt kinda lazy, so I just didn't make this a video for like a few weeks. But as I'm making this video right now, I'm just gonna put a quick disclaimer right here. Some of the stuff I'm gonna be talking about, while I'm making this video, the movie isn't fresh in my mind anymore, so some of the things I'd say about it aren't as strong of an opinion anymore, if that makes sense. I went through the storm and the storm has passed me and it's calm again kind of thing. It wasn't a bad storm, it was just a very interesting storm, if that makes sense. But right off the bat, okay, this is gonna be a spoiler review, okay? But right off the bat, can I say this is a good movie? Well, it's complicated. I'm like exhausted right now. I shouldn't be making this video right now, but I just want to get it out of the way, you know what I mean? It's like 12 AM right now. And also, all my opinions on this movie are gonna be pretty valid. Anyone's opinions about this movie are pretty valid, because at the end of the day, this is just a movie. Don't go sending people death threats over some, like, someone's opinion you don't like, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy people have to say that at the start of their videos now, but that's what we gotta do. Be nice, people. Be nice. Before the video starts, I see this meme like going around on Twitter. Yes, I use Twitter. I'm one of those people. But here's a little bit of a spoiler out of context for basically the entire FNAF 2 movie. Yeah. Alright, let's go. This video isn't gonna be like just about the FNAF movie itself. It's also gonna be about like my life and like how I saw the movie. Of course, it's because this is my review on it. I can do what I want. It's my video, but I'm gonna be talking about some of the events leading up to me seeing the FNAF movie, like some daily life stuff or whatever, you know what I mean? So the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie has been out for 2 days at this point. Actually, no, it's officially been out for 1 day because it came out December 5th, but there were early showings on the 4th, or even the 3rd, I think. But I went out to see it on the 6th, and I would have watched it in the movie theater we have in our local town, but every time I would see a movie there, at least in modern times, I always listened to the speakers of whatever movie was playing. When I saw Zootopia 2, I thought, these speakers are a little too quiet. I want the full cinema experience. I don't want some like dumbed down version of this audio, you know what I mean? So then later on, I was looking around to see what other cinemas may have some potential louder speakers and a grander cinematic experience. So I was planning to go with Mom to see it. And then we found out there's a Cinemark in the next town over, so that's the one we ultimately actually successfully went to see it in. It was a little tight because I was trying to get it so one of my friends, well basically my only friend as of right now, could see it with me and Mom. It all got in a little complicated area, and but it ended up working out in the end where all three of us actually did go out to see it at that movie theater, and the speakers were loud enough, I can say that. Okay, as I'm recording this right now, a lot of what I originally wanted to say about the movie when I originally wanted to make this a video when I first saw the movie is coming back to me, so I feel more confident about what I'm about to talk about next about the movie. So yeah, me, Mom, and my friend Jake all went to see the movie, took a big freaking road trip out to a Cinemark. I'm not gonna swear in this video, not now, but we went to the Cinemark, saw the movie, and yeah, let's talk about the movie. Alright. I'm gonna talk about some things I actually really loved about the FNAF 2 movie. There's stuff I didn't like about it too, but let's talk about the stuff I absolutely loved about it first. First of all, the way that Charlotte possesses people in this movie is like very unique for FNAF standards. I know like possession, especially for like possession of human beings, is very cliche in horrors and thrillers and other supernatural type of movies. But as far as I've seen from Five Nights at Freddy's as a whole, I don't think I've ever seen an instance where a ghost has possessed a human being, let alone more than one. Okay, well, there's Ennard, but
let's ignore that.
and like Charlotte goes off the chain in this movie. Like, she's actually insane. She is, well, she didn't scare me, but she does have this like powerful vibe that would make the people in the movie be afraid of her. She's scary, but she didn't scare me, is what I'm saying. The moment I saw like some like paranormal activity type stuff happening to one of the ghost trackers, she was like shaking on the floor by the puppet box when Michael Afton was like walking down to the basement, and he saw her like shaking. Then she froze up, fell to the floor, and then she looked up from her arm, and then you could see she had like the puppet's face, and it was like really cool. And the scene where like she was like chasing after him like through the hallway, that was really actually really cool. That was like, you had to be there in cinemas to really get the feeling of that. But like, when we were in that movie theater, something just felt really epic when that scene was happening. And towards the end of the movie, the puppet enters Mike's house and possesses Abby, and like, you could tell Piper Rubio was having the time of her absolute life. Like, she's like a major FNAF fan last time I checked, and knowing that she was gonna do a scene where she was possessed by the puppet and just laughing and hovering in the air, stalking Vanessa throughout the house, that sounds like the best day ever for her. And like, just seeing that scene, it gave me this really, I feel really happy for her kind of vibe. TLDR, I just really love the way that basically always that Charlotte and the puppet are portrayed in this movie. That's all I gotta say. Everything with them is just epic. I also loved the fight scene with like the originals versus the toy animatronics. I know there's a lot of people who absolutely hate that scene, but come on guys, just have a little fun, you know what I mean? I want you to look at me in the straight face and tell me when you were 9 years old, you never wanted to see two different animatronic variations fight each other in the FNAF movie. We were in a full theater. We got the XD theater in the Cinemark, which I guess explains why the speakers were so loud, but every movie theater should have slightly louder speakers than even the loudest Cinemark theater. I'm telling you. But yeah, I think the like massive amount of audience reactions added to the experience of the FNAF 2 movie, so that probably made me look at the movie in a slightly more positive light than most people who see it in the average theater without any people there, if that makes sense. But at the same time, a thing that made me not enjoy it was that I was holding in my pee the entire time. So I guess that evens it out. I literally just went to the restroom before previews started playing, but then I had to go, like, again, but the movie already started, and I was like, dang it, I don't want to miss a thing from the movie, you know what I mean? It's the second FNAF movie. I am legally obligated to sit through the whole thing without any breaks. The main gold car scene was cool. That was cool, how she was, like, smashing through the glass, but then I remembered, okay, we saw most of that in the trailer anyway, so whatever. But it was still cool, especially in the XD theater. But then there was the part where she got flung through the window, crashed through the house, crashed through the window, and struck down Toy Freddy. That was actually epic. That feels like something that past childhood me would have wished would happen in the first FNAF movie. Did I say crashing through the window twice? I'm developing something bad. When I was recording that part where I said crashing through the window, and I was re-listening to it and I realized, oh my god, I said it twice. I was laughing, and I stopped, and I was like, oh no, I'm getting dementia. But overall, this is a pretty alright movie with some pretty peak, like ultra peak cinema moments. Like, there's specific scenes in the movie where if you just watch the scenes on their own without the rest of the movie to back it up, then I would say that's the best movie scene that was ever made. Or best movie scenes, those peak parts. Alright, so we talked about all the good in this movie, the parts that I really adore about this movie, the parts that I would always come back to the second FNAF movie for just to see those scenes again of. But let's take a look at the couple bad parts that I didn't really like that much about this movie. So, towards the end of the movie, or basically right at the end of the movie, Michael Afton shows up in Mike's house when he's hiding with Vanessa and Abby from the animatronics, right? And he comes in the house, and then he's like, I'm the bad guy, and I'm the one helping Charlotte kill everyone because it's part of me and my sister's legacy because our father is William Afton and all that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, like, his reasoning, Michael Afton's reasoning for, like, wanting to kill, like, the town with the animatronics, using Charlotte's revenge as a tool, just to, like, fulfill their legacy is a little, there wasn't really much thought put into it, I don't think. In the context of the movies the FNAF movies are trying to be, I don't think it's really a franchise that really has any room for the kind of villain that's evil just to be evil. I don't think that's what William Afton is in this story, and I certainly don't believe that Michael Afton is only doing this just to fulfill their dad's legacy. It doesn't feel right to me. I think it's pretty interesting how, like, they added Michael Afton as a character in the movies, and I think that's kind of cool, because, like, I think for the first movie, Scott and Blumhouse, when they collabed to make this thing, they wanted it so it's very approachable to people, so they weren't gonna put a bunch of game lore and stuff like that in there. But then for the second movie, they went the whole 9 yards with it. They put two Mikes in there. You got Mike Schmidt, he's separate from Michael Afton, who's a real character in the FNAF movies now, apparently. So that I wouldn't be surprised at all if we, like we got the FNAF 2 office looking like exactly how it did in the games, in the second movie. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if in the future installment in this cinematic, what should I say, cinematic universe? I don't know if it's gonna go that far, but I think there may be more than 3 movies. I just feel it's something they're gonna make a 4th or 5th or 6th movie, but I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the 3rd or, like, future installments past the 3rd movie were like heavily centered on, like, just if the video games were a movie, if that makes sense. Like, the whole Scott Cawthon designs and locations are everywhere you look. A lot of people are saying how they hate the ending or the way the FNAF 2 movie ended. And I can half agree on that. So where I don't agree on that is, like, if you knew the ending was coming and it was gonna end right there, I think it would have been fine. If you knew the movie was gonna end with Charlotte possessing Vanessa, and you knew it was gonna end right there without going forth any further, I don't think there would have been as much rage for how the movie ended as it has gotten. I wouldn't have minded that. I don't think people would have raised about that as much if they knew that was where the movie was gonna end. But the problem that I do have with the way the movie ended is that it feels like there should have been, like, a final 30 minutes left of the movie. Like, it felt like something else was about to happen. You don't just end a movie on a cliffhanger that doesn't resolve anything, you know what I mean? Like, not much from the ending of the second FNAF movie was resolved in the end of the FNAF 2 movie. And after watching the movie, my you get what you get and you don't throw a fit mindset was currently in my mindset at the time I was watching the movie, so I didn't really pay much mind to any hate about how the movie ended. I was like, oh, it ended there? Okay, that was a cool movie. But after, like, rethinking about the movie, I am a little disappointed in the ending, but it was an alright movie. Throughout the movie, I was hoping it was gonna get better and better and better, for every scene, and it, so far, as I was watching it the first watch, it has been getting better and better, but I didn't feel like the movie had the absolute climax it should have had. That absolute climax in the movie I was like waiting to see, like, was what I was expecting to happen after Charlotte possessed Vanessa, and I wasn't expecting that to be a cliffhanger. I was genuinely expecting like 20 to 30 more minutes in the movie, and then we're gonna go to Faz Fest, and then some final stuff will go down, you know? On a complete side note, I just want to tell you that I'm being honest with my thoughts here. I'm being the most open I can with, like, my thoughts about the movie, because I feel like there's a pretty big problem with, like, teenagers, like, just following what, like, their favorite content creators say, and they just, like, copy their opinions. Like, I've seen quite a bit of people, well, quite a bit of kids who are, like, so confident in, like, opinions that aren't even theirs. And I was honestly one of those kids too, but as I grew older, I learned to start thinking for myself, and I don't have to listen to everyone that I look up to or watch on YouTube, you know what I mean? And if you're someone who's like that, or has, like, been influenced by someone to have an opinion that you don't legitimately agree with, then I encourage you to make up your own opinions. You don't have to agree with this video. You don't have to agree with anyone. You can be yourself, you know? All 8 billion plus people never see one thing as the exact same. It's impossible to. So everyone's perception, no matter what, on the second FNAF movie will always be different in someone's head in one way or another. Please think for yourself. It makes things much better, trust me. Now, continuing with the video, let's talk about some things I'm expecting to see in the third movie. Okay, so, this is completely on my thoughts, so this is gonna be, based on my interpretation of the FNAF fandom and everything like that in the games and all, so if you have a completely different worldview in the games and FNAF as a whole, that's fine. Like I said, no one has the same opinion, and, it's impossible to, so no matter what, no one's gonna share the same opinions, like, exactly one-to-one as me with this movie. So for Five Nights at Freddy's 3, the movie, well, shit! I dropped my phone! Ah! Okay, my bad. Okay, I think for, the third Five Nights at Freddy's movie, we are definitely gonna see the Fazbear Frights attraction, because in the end scene, there were the guys who were putting the tarp on top of Springtrap, and one of them was like, "We found one. Guys, I think I found a real one." You know? The iconic line. We found one. A real one. So yeah, FNAF 3 is definitely gonna be in the next movie. Will there be a fire? I don't know. Blumhouse is practically an indie, like, B movie kind of thing. Not the B movie, I mean, like, okay, so how movies work is major blockbuster movies are called A movies, and then you got B movies, which are, like, less, like, expensive to make, or, like, less polished, more raw, if that makes sense. They're more indie, if that makes sense. But still in theatrical theaters. But, I see Five Nights at Freddy's, the 2 movies that we got so far as B movies, not really A movies. But they have A movie potential, if you get what I mean. The third one could be an A movie, I don't know. But, will they have a fire scene for the burning of Fazbear Frights? I don't know. They got a lot of money from the 2 movies, but is that enough? I don't know. I really don't know. They could, they may not. Who knows? We'll wait and see. I think Sister Location is gonna be shown a little bit in the third movie. I could be wrong. Well, I mean, of course I could be wrong, because the third movie isn't even out yet. We got, like, 2 years until then. Approximately 2027, I think, somewhere around there. Probably. Sorry. I think... Yeah, I think sister location... It would be really cool if we saw the sister location bunker, like, in its actual, like, Scott Cawthon cast style. I had this, like, fantasy idea, where, like, I referenced it in a animated music video I made a couple years ago called Alive, but, it was, like, this, like, fan-made, sequel to, Sugar's animation of Just Gold, if you remember that anime music video. Yeah, so, a thing I always fantasized about, like, if Sister Location had its own standalone movie, I'm not saying FNAF 3 is gonna be a standalone movie of Sister Location, I'm just saying, that if Sister Location hypothetically had its own movie based on the single game itself, I always fantasized of a scene where, like, the night guard or, like, the technician or whoever, or Mike, the game Mike, is in the control terminal, you know, the one with the giant ventilation, spinny thing in front of you, and you got the 2 windows on your side. He looks at one of the windows, and there's, either Ballora or Funtime Foxy, depending on which window he's looking out of, and, they stare into the window, and then they jump through the glass, and smashing the glass to bits, as, the technician is trying to escape by crawling under the air duct that leads into the opposite adjacent room. And there's, like, red alarms blaring, too. It's like, you know, something like that. So, that's one thing I thought would be cool in, like, a Sister Location kind of movie, but another thing I would like to see in the 3rd FNAF movie is the Afton house, or, like, the FNAF 4 bedroom. Maybe, like, I'm thinking of this right on the spot right now, but what if we get, like, a flashback scene of, like, Vanessa being a kid again, and she's, like, trying to survive from, like, the FNAF 4 animatronics. That would be awesome. I'm not sure if I would want the 3rd movie to follow through with the modern, implied lore of FNAF 4, where it's, like, the, like, hallucination gas or whatever it is. Is that right? Is that what the modern, collective canon thought is of FNAF 4 now? I don't know. I would rather it, be, like, what we thought in the day, like, not Dream Theory, no, not that. I think it would be real, just, like, actual, nightmare animatronics being built, and they were, like, trying to catch Vanessa in her, like, dreams, something like that. Or maybe Vanessa could, maybe Vanessa is having a dream, and she's a kid again, and in her dream she has to survive from the FNAF 4 animatronics, because, you know, it's a nightmare, you know? That would be kind of cool. I know that sounds kind of, outside fan to me, but, I think, that would be really cool to see, you know what I mean? I feel like the 3rd Five Nights at Freddy's movie is primarily gonna focus on Fazbear's Fright, as, like, the A plot, and then there's gonna be, like, a B plot where it's more, like, about the Afton house in some way. It could be real, it could be a dream, and then Sister Location, because, oh yeah, I forgot to mention frickin' Circus Baby. Like, okay, if Circus Baby just being, if Circus Baby was just shown in the FNAF 2 movie to be, like, a cameo, and never to be shown again, I wouldn't mind that too much, because it's the FNAF movie series. I don't have, like, I'm not gonna have extremely high epic expectations for it or anything, because, you know, it's a FNAF movie, you know what I mean? It's not like a multi-million-dollar, like, well, I mean, it is now, but, it's not a kind of movie you would expect would have a lot of actually epic stuff in it, so you gotta keep your expectations compared to what you think the movie's general vibe is and what they can do with it, you know what I mean? So, for FNAF movie universe standards, if they just shown Circus Baby that one time in the FNAF 2 movie for 5 seconds, and then never showed her again, I'd be absolutely fine with that. But it would be awesome if they showed her again and made her, like, a main character, or, like, a main, like, plot device in, like, the third movie. Maybe there could be a scene where, someone gets, like, captured by Circus Baby and, like, maybe she, like, violently kills the kid or something like that, you know what I mean? That would be cool to see. But, yet again, this is Blumhouse, so I don't really have high expectations that they're gonna pull off some, like, complex maneuver like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I would love to see all the fun times in, this location. Maybe they go to, maybe, like, Mike and Vanessa go underground to, deal with the Funtime animatronics in this location, because maybe, I don't know, maybe they're out to finish the job of what the toy animatronics couldn't do to, the town they live in, so the Funtime animatronics come to life, and, they're also possessed by kids, and they're gonna finish the jobs, to kill the whole town off. And meanwhile, maybe, Michael Afton is at the FNAF 3 location, Fazbear's Fright, because maybe he realizes, oh, I don't wanna serve for my dad anymore, I don't give a crap about legacy, I'm gonna take him down, I'm gonna burn this place to the ground, you know what I mean? And when I mentioned that, I just remembered of something that I think would be a cool idea. It would be kind of sad, and it would be kind of shocking at first when you hear it, but when you think about it, it would make sense, and it would be cool and daring for a movie to do this, and I would love to see it happen. Abby should get killed off in the third movie by Circus Baby. She should get scooped by Circus Baby, gets killed, and then possesses her. Like, this is literally a franchise about killing children. I think it would be pretty fitting if an animatronic or someone killed a child in the third FNAF movie. And hey, that happened in the second FNAF movie. We saw Charlotte get stabbed like 3 times in the back by William Afton. Well, the aftermath of it at least, but not in the process. That'll be a bit twisted to show in the PG-13 movie, but whatever. I just think it'll be really cool if Abby just died and and like an animatronic killed her, you know what I mean? Like, she's like, the importance of that is that, like, she's like the least suspecting character who would get killed off, you know what I mean? Who no one's gonna suspect the little kid is gonna die. Same thing for like a dog in a movie. You're not gonna expect them to die. They always come back to life in some way by the end of the movie. And this is slightly unrelated, but here's a hot take that I have about movies that really shouldn't be a hot take at all. I think the whole trope where the character dies, like the main character dies, but then they come back to life in the end sucks. Like, why would you bring your character back for no reason? Like they served their purpose, let them die. And I think having, like, the main character die legitimately at the end of the movie would make a pretty good epilogue for our characters to be in the spotlight. They get to, like, come together and, like, realize the true meaning of it all. I have fantasies of, like, 2 other things that I can really notably say that I want to happen in the next FNAF installments that haven't happened yet, but it would be cool to see them on screen. I thought of this one for the FNAF 2 movie, and I put it on my bingo chart, but it ultimately didn't happen. I was thinking that maybe it would be cool if, like, Mike, Josh Hutcherson Mike, when he was playing FNAF 2 in the office, he would take the safety grate off of the desktop fan, and then he would set the blades of the fan up to maximum speed, and then he'll use it like a freaking circular saw to cut down the toy animatronics, and the wizards as well. Do you realize how fun of an idea that can be? Like, take freaking notes, Blumhouse and Scott. Take notes. You should add this into the FNAF 3 movie script right now. The other thing I fantasized about that I was hoping we would see in the second FNAF movie, but it could still potentially happen in the third movie, is that I actually been seeing this around on Twitter a lot too. That I've seen these theories of like maybe like well, I predicted it first before people came up with it, but I came up with the idea that Vanessa will become Vanny in the Five Nights at Freddy's movies. Like, I know there's some people gonna say that doesn't make any sense because like the FNAF 3 movie isn't gonna be like a security breach movie, but Vanessa or Vanny doesn't have to be in Security Breach to make it work for the third movie. Like, it would be cool to see, like, it would just be really cool to see Vanessa possessed by Charlotte, just like, or like whatever. Maybe she's got like a virus, something like that, and she like starts like sewing her own like bunny suit, and it's like a game accurate Vanny costume. She puts it on. The song Maniac comes on. By Michael Cimbello or something like that. Maniac comes on. It's like a song montage thing where you hear nothing but the music itself, and then you see the visuals of her putting on the costume. There's like, she's like in the hallway, and it's all like UV light, ultraviolet light, and like black light and stuff like that. She's got her red eyes on in the game accurate costume of Vanny, and she's skipping down the hallway, all happy and stuff. That would be freaking epic to see in the third FNAF movie. When I left the movie theater after seeing the second FNAF movie, I gave it a high C or low B. Probably more like a low B tier movie. But that's still pretty good. That's better than C, which is the bare middle of the tier list. But after a few days, I came across a video or something like that that basically said that you can't really put a score on a movie or a piece of music or any media of creative art. And the more I thought about it after that, I was like, yeah, whoever said that is absolutely right. Due to how subjective art is as a whole and creative stuff, you can't exactly like rate it on like a tomato meter. Like, you can't rate something for everyone. You can only rate things personal to you because you're the one in perception of it. You can't make a rating or a score system for a movie that's supposed to appeal to everyone, because everyone has their own unique thoughts about a movie. This is kind of why the tomato meter and even the audience scores are like very flawed, because not everyone agrees with them, you know? But in my opinion, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, final verdict, by my opinion, just me, low B tier. Alright, so I'm gonna make this a quick outro because the videos are about to run out and I don't feel like copy-pasting the other one. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!